Every company wants to launch the next great product, but the hard truth is that up to 95% of new products fail to make an impact. This isn't just bad luck. 80% of these failures happen because they don't solve a real market need. There is a way to systematically de-risk this process and build products that actually succeed. We will break down how an end-to-end consulting approach turns this landscape of failure into a formula for success. So, what is a full-service partner? It's one integrated team that guides your product from initial idea to market launch and beyond. First, they bring vast cross-industry experience. This provides fresh perspectives your internal teams might otherwise miss. And they offer an unbiased viewpoint. This cuts through internal politics to focus on what the product truly needs to succeed. This integrated method directly counters a massive project killer: internal misalignment. Poor communication sinks over half of all projects. But how does this view specifically prevent those early failures? How does it turn strategy into a tangible, successful product? It begins by tackling the biggest threats to your investment head-on. This is the core of strategic de-risking. The answer is front-loaded risk mitigation. It identifies and solves deal breakers, technical, market, or compliance, before they derail the project. Let's focus on market risk, the number one killer. A full-service process doesn't start with a solution. It starts with deep validation of the problem. This directly counteracts the statistic that 80% of products fail for lack of market need. You prove demand before building anything. Next, they streamline your entire workflow. This analysis shortens development cycles and creates significant cost savings. They also prevent underestimating technical difficulty. Proper planning from the start avoids massive delays and budget overruns later. Finally, they manage the maze of regulatory compliance and industry standards, preventing costly legal issues and barriers to market entry. So, what does this integrated strategy look like in practice? Let's trace the impact of one critical early decision. Consider this: a staggering 70% of a product's manufacturing cost is locked in during the early design phase, yet most companies wait to involve manufacturing. An end-to-end partner brings manufacturing and sourcing specialists into the very first design meetings, preventing costly redesigns down the line. This complete view also prevents speed bias, rushing out features without planning. It ensures you're not just building the wrong product faster. This is the practical cure for the communication breakdowns that sink 57% of projects. When teams are unified, those fatal gaps disappear. But is the benefit just about one successful launch? Or does this partnership create a more lasting impact on your organization? A key long-term benefit is resource optimization. By outsourcing the heavy lifting of development, your top internal talent can focus on core business strategy. The partnership doesn't stop at launch. A true end-to-end partner commits to post-launch evolution, using data to iterate and optimize the product. The result of this rigorous integrated process? Vastly improved product quality, leading to higher customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. And because the process is de-risked from day one, you get to market faster. This allows you to capture competitive advantage before others can react. So no, it's not about a single product. It's about transforming your company's entire method of innovation, making success repeatable. Here's the key insight. By systematically de-risking the process early on, you gain the ability to move with incredible speed and confidence later. This is where the value becomes undeniable. This strategic method leads to higher revenue growth, better customer retention, and significant cost savings. The end-to-end approach fundamentally changes the equation. It turns product development from a high-risk gamble into a strategic, value-creating investment. We started with a reality where up to 95% of products fail, often due to a disconnect from the market and from internal teams. We've seen how a full-service partnership dismantles that risk by integrating strategy, design, and execution from the very beginning. This leads to products that are better, faster to market, and built on a foundation of real market need and financial viability. The question for your next product isn't what will we build, but how will we build it to succeed? Partner right to land in the top 5%.